Hey guys, Sean Team Black Sheep here. So today I have for you the G39, G36, essentially, conversion kit for the upper rail and the stock. So starting off through the materials, so that you understand that when you're spending about, well, what I purchased it for was $80. Obviously you can get it discounted, all that, but it is nylon fiber. It is pretty solid in its respects. Whereas some cheaper models of G36 might be that plastic, so you're actually getting pretty good parts. Things to keep in mind, that the carry handle does not come with screws, and so where you're able to find those is, well, that's on you, but it does feature flip sights, which are not too shabby. I don't know how you're going to see through the back sight all too well. But it is a nice little setup just to have something different. One downside I found that a lot of other people have, well, come to agree with me. I don't know if this is a newer version, but with the originals, they were a lot more flexible in how this was able to bend. This isn't nearly as bad as it's coming off on camera. I mean, I'm having to put some flex into it. So if you have a sight on this or you bump something, this might actually work to your benefit so it doesn't snap. Just something to keep in mind. Now, the reason I have the stock on is to give you guys an idea of what it's going to fit. It actually can fold and lock in place just fine. This is an AEG though, so one thing you'll have to consider is when you fold it, and with an AEG you're going to have to actually lift it so you don't mess with the actual locking mechanism, but when you lift it and fold it in, okay, it looks like it's going to lock, right? Well, unfortunately, this is a JG, so that might be different for whomever buys it and what gun you have, but it doesn't really lock. So what you're either going to have to do is either sand down this piece itself, the actual lock, or what I'm going to be doing is sand down the hinge itself. It did not come with pins, so you will, or the swivel pin, so you would have to get one as well. But the stock itself and the carry handle being nylon fiber is in itself is extremely durable and good. The stock does feature a adjustable cheek riser in 2 positions and is ambidextrous as well. One other downside I found is that with the stock and its adjustability, it was very stiff when I first got it, and the issue I ran into is after trying to get it to loosen up, I had a screw come loose, which ultimately I had to keep wiggling with it and get it to finally come off. What I believe, and I don't intend on taking it apart, is that it involves taking this piece off and then going in there, putting the screw in, and then attaching all. Essentially what the screw does, holds this from coming off. There's a little pin in there that goes along each hole in the bottom. That screw essentially stops this from coming off all the way. Can you live without it? Yeah, just know how much your stock can adjust. But if you're going to put it back on, what you're going to do is you're going to want to tilt it up accordingly against the line. And this is the only major downside I found. The fact that it doesn't fit an AEG, well, that kind of goes with the territory of it being a WE. But that's more or less how you would get it to stick on. And it is 5 points of adjustment. Let's see right now. There's your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you go out, yeah, it's 5 points. If you go out to 6, it's going to start wiggling because it doesn't have the screw in. Overall, I am still impressed. It does have the pinholes, so if you want to put your pins in there while you're working on your gun. And also additionally, what would be a rubber butt pad in the real gun is, well, nylon fiber. If you guys are familiar with the real steel one, the stock itself was derived from the Future Soldier, or excuse me, the Future Soldier program, and currently the rail is used by the German military force. The stock is, well, you'll see it in some pictures, it just depends, it's still in prototype, as of this video. For the rail itself, it does fit AEGs just fine. Actually, just for, like, this is an MTC, an Echo 1. you would just slide it on as such. But like I said, it does not come with the screws, so just bear that in mind again. But it does give your gun a much more appealing appearance. And if you have a say for instance a G39, like an actual gas one, it does make it easier to get to your charging handle. Other than that, that is about it. If you guys have any further questions or just want to know more about this stuff, just go ahead and message and hit us up on the Facebook. So as always, play hard, play safe, and Sean out.